In today's video, I'm going to answer a question we get a lot in consultations, which is, am I legally separated or not? I'm Jenny Bradley. I'm the founder of Triangle Smart Divorce here in Cary, North Carolina, and our team has helped thousands of people going through divorce or who have been thinking about getting divorced. I'm going to tell you what we tell our folks when they come in and ask that question. Am I legally separated or not? First thing you need to know is there is no such thing as a legal separation in North Carolina. You don't get a piece of paper that says I'm legally separated. You don't have to go to a court and have a judge say, yep, you're legally separated. Instead, what you need are two requirements. One, that you are living separate and apart in separate houses, separate apartments, separate hotels, not separate bedrooms. Not two beds in the same bedroom. Not a sofa and not a bedroom in the same house. Two separate dwellings. The second thing you need is the intent of one of you that this remain permanent. Now this is confusing because you don't have to tell the other party that you want to be permanently separated. You just have the intent in your own mind. So, I sort of think of it like this. This is not a Ross and Rachel situation from Friends where we're on a break. No, this is a situation where you say, I'm done. I don't want to be married anymore. Okay, so that's what that is. Again, no piece of paper that says I'm legally separated. It is based upon the facts and circumstances of your case. Now, why does it matter? It matters because in North Carolina, you have to wait 12 months and a day before you can file for divorce, commonly called the year and a day rule. So, if you think you separated in March, but your spouse thinks you separated in June, that's a 3 months difference, and that could matter to some people as to their divorce date. Why else does it matter? It matters because in North Carolina, we value property as of the date of separation. So, in some cases, earnings could continue. 401k contributions could continue. Lots of things can happen during certain periods of time. Just last week, I mediated a case. $50,000 was in dispute because the parties had a 7-month dispute about their date of separation. So, how do you prove you are separated? Again, there's no piece of paper that you need, but a lease would be helpful, a utility bill, changing your driver's license, changing your banking account address. All of these things would be helpful to show you established a separate residence. Okay, and why else does this matter? Well, because North Carolina is still an antiquated state, I think I can count the number on one hand, that allow for what we call third-party claims. What the heck are those? You may have heard them called alienation of affection or criminal conversation. And basically, that means that if someone comes into an intact marriage and has a relationship with one of the spouses, that person has some liability potentially and could be sued for breaking up the marriage or could be sued for having sex with the spouse. Yes, I know, not everybody has these laws, but we do in North Carolina still. But once the parties have separated, there is no claim anymore because you can't break up a marriage if the marriage is already broken up. So, the date of separation matters for when you're free to date someone else and not risk exposure for them to one of these third-party claims. And lastly, we have people occasionally ask us, well, what if we go out on a date? I know we're separated, and you've told me we're separated, but what if we go out on a date? Does that mean I have to start the 12 months over again? No, it doesn't. Well, what if we have sex? Does that mean we have to start the 12 months over again? No, that doesn't mean that either. Years and years ago, this rule that was called the Murphy Law, which basically said, if you have sex, you've got to start the 12 months over for separation again. That was abolished. Because, well, I don't really know why. But I think it's because the people that make our laws decided that they wanted to encourage people to try to reconcile. And so they didn't want them to be punished and have to start the clock over if they were trying to work on their marriage. What would start the 12-month clock over would be truly reconciling, moving back in together, changing your address back to the marital residence, the community believing that you were together again as spouse and spouse, those types of things. So as you can imagine, this is a very confusing area of the law. Frankly, there have been some competing decisions from our Supreme Court and Court of Appeals in North Carolina on this very issue, and the facts really matter. So, if you need any clarity about whether you're separated or not, or if you'd like help making a decision about whether you should move forward with getting separated or not, please call our office, ask to speak with a member of our team so we can help you with clarity and help you determine what your next steps are.